The barbell, by comparison to any previously existing tool, is almost a miracle.
How many times could you pee in a day before you're like, I need to talk to a doctor?
Wow.
Give me a number where you're like, or maybe I don't need to talk to a doctor, but like this seems noteworthy.
It'd have to be like over 20, 25, 30. Because I have had where I'm drinking a ton of water.
Yeah.
And then like also diet soda mixed in, like makes you pee more, you know? And
You like your diet soda.
yeah, I do.
You
I really do.
You like to wake up at the crack of 10, roll over to your mini fridge under your night table.
You hear it open?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I just start chugging.
Couple of DPs down the hatch.
There's nothing like a diet cherry Dr. Pepper first thing in the morning.
Really kick it off.
It's so good. I think I already know what your top is, but what's your top diet soda? Don't give me something crappy either. Don't.
Well, so I have two because if it's for caffeine reasons, because I'm not drinking it for taste usually. It's nice for taste. Don't get me wrong with like a meal, but it's a diet. It's some sort of diet cherry.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
So diet cherry like Pepsi, diet cherry Coke, diet cherry Dr. Pepper, something like that. But I'm really into the root beer and cream soda.
Yeah,
zeros.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
But
I don't like the cream soda one, but the regular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. But the regular, I've been drinking those like crazy. Those are really good. The world is split in half on this, by the way.
The world's on fire.
The world is split in half
How
because
about yours?
I have run.
That's the way I like it. It'll never get bored.
What, are you just riffing right now? Are you just rapping?
That's Smash Mouth.
Really?
My world's on fire. How about yours? That's the way I like it. It'll never get bored.
Yeah, see, I didn't until you did it like that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I've had cherry soda like that I've been drinking while I'm training with people, and they'll say, "Oh, I can't drink that." Like it tastes like, it reminds me of like medicine, like cherry, like cough syrup or something.
My daughter's like
because of the cherry.
Anything grape reminds her of medicine. It seems like not anything, but
yeah.
She's also at that age where she just loves to have an opinion, so I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
Or if she just wants to say a thing. But what's your top?
My top all time is Mr. Pibb Zero.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's
so at work,
amazing.
At work, they had Pibb Zero that you could put flavor in because it was a Coke Freestyle.
Dude, cherry Mr. Pibb Zero.
It's nuts.
Oh my gosh! Are you
nuts.
serious? You have that at work every day?
Or no, I don't drink it. I have.
No, I'm saying you have it available to you.
No, not anymore. This is at my old building. Jimmy does.
Oh,
but you could do. How about cherry vanilla Pibb Zero? You could get wild with it. You could go orange Pibb Zero.
By the way, I'm drinking a Ghost Energy right now, and it's a flavor I've never had, the cherry limeade.
A lot of cherry talk in this episode.
Yeah.
I'm going...
it's amazing.
Strawberry, what is it? Sour watermelon.
This one is amazing. The cherry limeade is dope.
My only problem, I wonder if you feel this way, my only problem with the Ghost ones is they're very sweet.
They are. And most of their flavors are sour. Almost all of them.
I like the sour.
I do too. They're the blue one's sour, the red one's sour. Those are the Sour Patch Kids. Wait. No, that's C4. No.
No, you're right.
Yeah, Ghost has those. Yeah, Ghost has those.
It's weird, though, because it's like, I think I'm just used to smashing energy drinks, and these are sippers. Sipsters.
Sippers.
Hey, do we have those sevens anywhere in here?
No, you had them, dude. You took them.
I didn't take them.
Oh, well, maybe they're in here still. Because I looked for them, and they were gone.
Because the one you gave me is garbage. There's absolutely no nicotine in these pouches.
Well, you had it. Is it right there? Did I just spot that? Is it under that box? No. Okay, never mind.
Did you see this?
No, it was it was the rope.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I don't know, man. I don't know where it's at.
OSG just happened. I was watching a few clips, a few highlights from that.
Yeah?
There's some stuff that went down.
Yeah. I didn't watch hardly any of it.
Yeah,
but I saw some random clips.
Look like cool meat. I like a pressing medley, man. I'm just starting to understand a pressing medley is cooler to me.
Yeah, I like it.
I wonder if strongman will just ebb and flow for like, we always see max attempts on stuff.
Yeah.
At certain shows, I wonder if that'll go away. to to see more medleys and stuff ever.
One of the events that I saw that I wasn't bummed about it, but I was kind of like, meh, like, it was only, I think the reason that I felt that way was because it was getting pretty CrossFit-y. Was like where they're wearing vests and doing like the sandbag carry.
It's interesting.
I was like, guys, like, just do a heavy sandbag and
or do more weight on the implements.
Yeah, I don't. That's just me being whatever. But I saw the vests and I wasn't a fan.
Part of it's like you're making it so much harder for people to prep for this.
Yeah,
there's like 5 implements that you have to have plus a weight vest.
Well, it's just why not add it like just make it a medley, a different medley,
Yeah.
I know they're trying to mix it up or whatever, but I just thought that the vest thing and then the sandbag thing was pretty CrossFit-y.
Yeah, I agree.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm into that.
You want to do a quick rapid fire fight promoter?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to go Rocky from Rocky 1, Stallone from Rocky 1.
Okay.
First Rocky.
Okay, dude, yeah, so Rocky's got some heart.
Yeah. So you're not gonna pick Apollo Creed from Rocky 2. I'll tell you that much.
No. Okay, wow. So
I guess the easy answer would be Apollo Creed from the first Rocky.
Yeah, really good fight.
Good bout.
Really good bout. No, I thought that immediately, and then I was like, no, I need to mix it up. I know who I'm gonna pick.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick. Just straight boxing, right?
Okay. This is MMA, but yeah. Oh, you want? We can go with just boxing. That's a good call.
Whoa! Oh, Rocky's doing MMA.
Oh, I guess we should make some parameters. Let's go MMA.
Okay. That changes my answer then.
Who were you going to say?
Nate Diaz.
Okay.
Because I was like, who's going to just go face shot for 20 minutes?
That might not be a bad MMA though either, because Rocky's got some weight on him.
Nate Diaz is gonna work him, dude.
Oh, have you never seen the movie?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Have you seen Rocky 5, where he street fights with Tommy Gunn?
Yeah, but it's not even. So it's still just boxing. They're not.
No, dude, he leg trips him. He leg trips him in the middle of the fight.
Doesn't somebody get hit with a car?
I think so. Something like that.
Dude, no, so, okay, if it's
Nobody,
MMA.
Nobody wants Rocky Balboa.
If it's MMA and it's Rocky, I'm going to say it's tough because in my mind, I immediately go to, well, Stallone in real life is probably pretty soft in comparison to like his character as Rocky,
sure.
Right? To some degree.
We're going Rocky Balboa.
Okay. Okay, MMA, Rocky Balboa. I'm going to say I know who I'm going to say.
Who?
Like younger, so young. Jesse Ventura.
Oh, wow. Jesse the Body.
Yeah.
This feels like a main event, but you got to remember Rocky's untested at this point, at that level.
Oh, they'd have to be. Both of them would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go untested all the way through, sir.
No, I meant, okay, you meant drugs. I meant untested in the fighting world.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He has no name for himself.
Right.
He's a young Italian stallion from the streets.
Right, well, they would know him. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant Jesse Ventura. Yeah, they'd know Jesse Ventura from Predator.
Oh, okay. So you're going the actual person of Jesse Ventura.
No, I'm going. I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go Jesse Ventura, but his character from Predator.
Okay, so you're going to the character.
Yeah,
whatever that guy's name is,
yeah,
Sergeant Bilko or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, his character's pretty sick. He's got a turret.
I don't know.
He carries like a minigun.
So, guns. So second round.
That's not bad.
Second fight. No, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
Second fight. I'm going Mother Teresa.
Martha Stewart.
You should have gone Gandhi.
I think Martha's gonna take that.
Martha's been in the pen.
No, I know Martha's gonna take that, but
she's friends with Snoop Dogg. She knows people now.
Yeah, she's friends with Snoop Dogg. Is your first credential?
She's been on all those roast battles. She's seen life, dude. But
no, she's gonna win that. But
I'll tell you what, though, if we can get Mother Teresa
would kill her with kindness.
By the way, R.I.P. So not making light of that, but
right.
If we can somehow like make this for the kids,
yeah,
Mother Teresa is going to have some tenacity.
Yeah,
she's going to give it her all. I know that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Let me think of a good third rounder for you.
I did.
What?
No, I just.
All right, I'm gonna go Captain Planet for the third one.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of an oddball.
I don't know Captain Planet's powers really.
Yeah,
like I know he flies.
I think it's just to like pick up cans on the side of the road. I think he's good at like picking up litter or something. I'm not sure. Should I go a different one?
I don't. I mean,
I'll go a different one.
okay.
Captain Planet had a sick mullet though, green mullet.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Let me go. I kind of like movie stars or movie characters.
Yeah, somebody like some sort of like celebrity or something, personality or like somebody that's in the limelight a little
I'm
bit.
gonna go Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's really good. That's really good. All right, okay. We'll stay in this, okay? I'll stay on the same train because this is the first person that just popped in my mind. Who's the dad from Family Matters?
Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow. That's who I'm picking.
That's exactly who I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
That's who you thought for the opponent?
Yeah, but
He's a cop, dude.
Uncle Phil's way bigger though.
I know, but
If he can't make that size translate into the ring, Carl's got a real
both
shot.
of them have like fought like gangsters
Yeah,
to protect their kids. Both of them.
that's true.
Winslow and
That's true.
Homeboy.
Uncle Phil though. Uncle Phil has been he's been living the high life for a while though.
I know.
So I think you're right. I think Carl's pulling that one out.
that's
That's a good.
We
That's,
gotta-
that's a good fight night.
yeah, dude. We got a good card going right there.
Yeah.
I saw an episode that like they showed I don't know if I sent that to you, but I saw a clip that was just like that whole scene where Carl Winslow's like
It's like the Red Dragons. Or
he
something.
and like somebody owes somebody money or something, and the guy's like it got intense, and I was
Yeah.
like, this dude's about to fight 3 guys, and I think he does. I think he fights like 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, he's hardcore.
Did you ever watch Step by Step?
Mm-hmm.
Cody from Step by Step. He was like the idiot cousin. He was
Kinda.
like, yeah, dude. That guy.
No, I don't know that I remember.
I think you're thinking of a different show.
Step by step.
You can't just say it in a tune.
Damn
and
it.
then
I know. I was
bring
trying to
me
remind myself.
Oh, it's that one that's Step by Step.
yeah.
Just
Keep,
totally off.
Yeah, keep going. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can get a picture. Step
Just-
by step, Cody.
Yeah. You're going to remember this dude.
Oh,
Dude, you need to watch the
yeah,
scene
dude.
where he
Kind
stands
of
up.
kind of a smoke show, huh?
Well, and after that, I think he got like 100 pounds bigger. Like,
Oh, really?
Jacked.
Really?
Yeah. So you need to search sometime. Maybe we can do it now and pause it or whatever. But watch the scene where he defends his cousin. It's so funny to me too because it's like a snapshot of where we are at in time. It's post Bruce Lee, and like everybody knows karate. So these hardcore bikers are like just doing these spinning back kicks and stuff like that in a bar.
Oh, they showed the fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I mean,
Oh, dude, he did get jacked.
told you, dude.
Dude, he's tatted up too.
Living that real life, you know, that hood
Oh
life.
yeah, man. I'm a fan of already
Because he's jacked and tatted.
because he's jacked and tatted up, and he lost his like pretty boy. He lost his pretty boy look. His
Yeah.
face looks weathered for sure.
You know who else was kind of like that? Did you ever watch Reba?
His name's Sasha Mitchell.
No. Did you ever watch Reba?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a great show.
The dude, the
The son-in-law.
yeah,
Yeah,
he got jacked.
Yeah, he did. He got real jacked.
Yeah.
He was in that one degenerate show on Netflix. Shameless or
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't watch shows like that. So.
okay, sure, right.
Did you say so gay? Sure.
I know. I said sure. I didn't say that, did I?
I don't know.
It might have sneaked out of there. I need to.
Did you say yes, sir, or yeah, sure?
I said yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, sir, sure. Technically, I think that's
Yeah,
what you
sure. Yeah, that's what I said.
said. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
That's a
said.
Super Troopers reference, by the way.
Super Trooper.
To the rescue. We should also have a segment where you just make a jingle for a random company. You and I.
Oh yeah.
I bet we'd be good at that.
Yeah, I think we would.
Yeah, like what's like the Pepto Bismol
Mm-hmm.
commercial? We could just make a whole
They
new
already have a
ad.
great song.
It's
though,
great, but we could. But that's why this is good because we can't go that route.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know,
Yeah.
Pepto Bismol when your belly is in trouble.
You know what? The other
I
night
think we were onto something there. But go ahead.
the Reason, the candy.
Oh yeah, those crappy ones.
Yeah, I don't like. They're like caramel filled, like chocolate little things.
Aren't they raisins?
They might be, but I thought it was Reason.
No, but I mean, is there a raisin inside
No,
of it? Okay, well I might like it then. I think this whole time I thought those were raisins with chocolate.
No,
on it.
it's like caramel or something on the inside. They're chewy kind of.
I could get down with that.
They're,
Maybe.
they're not bad. Yeah, but they should totally use the just give me a reason, just a little bit's enough. That song. They should use that.
Do you think it's pronounced
We're not
reason?
broke. I don't know. I thought it was.
It's also spelled differently.
I don't know. Maybe.
I remember Eminem did this ad campaign that they had that song, "Don't rock the boat, don't tip, no, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby, don't rock the boat,
Yeah.
don't tip the boat over," and I could not stop singing that.
It's Reason.
I saw this video.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I have to say that I saw it because I can't steal it. I wanted to, but trying not to steal intellectual property. These guys were talking. They said, "How many owls would you have to see in a day before you knew something was up?"
How many owls? Yeah. How many owls have you seen in a day, you think?
that was what one guy said. He was like, one. He's like, I don't think I've ever seen an owl in real life, like that wasn't in captivity or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess
But
they're
then-
probably in like New
Yeah,
York.
it could be somewhere. But one guy was like 13, and one guy was like 5, and I think I'm closer to like 5, assuming that they're in different spots. If I'm like just out in the woods all day, it's like the same owl every time to me,
Right.
and I'm like, this owl is
I see
looking-
owls all the time, but that's because I live out in the country. But
You also have eyes that work.
yeah, I see owls all the time, but only one. Like only one. I've never seen more than one owl in the same day.
You think you could tell 2 owls apart?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Maybe by size,
Sure, that's a good point.
because like I've had,
Or by like taste or something.
yeah, I've had some that were massive out there.
Sure, it's kind of like raccoons. Like you'll see a raccoon, and then every once in a while you'll see like the papa.
Like alarmingly big.
Yeah,
Like there's been a couple that I've seen, but and like there's been different sizes, but there's one that he's been around for a long time, and I see him off and on, and he's like in a tree, like waiting to grab like a rabbit or something, and he's like I mean they're way bigger than you'd think.
an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're pretty vicious. Have you ever seen an eagle take on an owl? Dude, I got in a rabbit hole one day of just watching eagles
Just work, guys.
work stuff. I'm pretty sure their talons are just like, you don't want to see those talons.
Yeah, dude, they're like when you scare them and then they fly off, crazy.
Yeah,
They're way bigger than you'd think.
I've been seeing them where they'll like essentially camp out right by a fishing boat or something.
Yeah.
And then whenever they just like throw the guts away, they
Yeah.
swoop in and get them. And sometimes they'll swoop down, like not scared of people, just like waiting for them to throw them the fish or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts.
That's crazy. I would see like that's crazy that owls will do that. I thought that had to
Eagle.
be
Sorry.
Oh,
Eagle.
gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
switched lines on you.
No, I've seen like way more eagles in a day
Yeah.
than I have owls.
Remember that time you punched that eagle? That was nuts.
I punched an eagle in the face.
Yeah. And you were like, it was your anti-America phase that you were going through, that rebellion.
Yeah.
Where you were wearing like you were wearing American flag underwear and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude, if I'm fishing and an eagle flies in to try to take whatever fish I just got, I'm gonna punch him right in the face.
What? That's endangered, son.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill him. It's not like if I shot him, you'd get like it's a federal crime.
I'm pretty sure you can't punch an eagle.
I'd punch an eagle right
Google
in the
that.
face.
Can you punch an eagle?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Guarantee you can't punch an
How are
eagle.
they? They're not gonna do anything.
Oh, you're saying you wouldn't get caught?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you might not get caught to shoot it either.
Yeah, but I mean, you got a way better chance of them. Like, I mean, unless you took it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh, I'd take
gunshot going off in like a bass boat. You're gonna draw some eyes, you know.
I think it's super cute and hilarious that you think there's a bass boat that could hold you.
There is. I've been in one. You jerk.
How many years ago?
Excuse me. What'd you say?
How many years ago?
It's been a few. You know.
Yeah,
it's been a few.
Don't rock the boat, Nate.
It's been a
Don't
few,
tip
but I
the
don't know that I
boat
weighed any
over.
different than I do now.
Yeah, that's true.
I probably weighed the same, just a much different composition, sir. So, you know, there is that. But I don't know. Dude, yeah, it has been probably maybe 15 years. Maybe 15 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, probably around like 15, 17 years ago.
You like fishing?
Not all the time.
It's the worst thing a person could do.
You think so?
I mean, if you like it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing a person could do.
I don't know, man. I have caught like a 80 or like 100-pound fish.
No, sure. Yeah, I totally believe that.
I can show you the picture. Definitely.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Mm.
But like, it also depends on the terrain. If you're out and like you have beautiful scenery, and you can like sit there and like do something and like hang out and see, I don't know. You just look. It's fine if you're not into it. That makes sense though. Like, you know, that you wouldn't like it. Your ADHD would like go through the roof. You know, you'd be. And I get it. You just don't like the outdoors. You know.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't. Right. I like the outdoors for like 3 months out of the year.
20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, but
and
I mean,
that just depends how quickly it gets hot in the spring.
Well, you can fish when it's cool outside.
Yeah, but it's so boring, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
I mean, if you're not catching anything, it's boring.
Even if you are, it's just like, I don't know. I don't even like fish to eat them. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but then you can like eat them like that same day. You can eat them right after you catch them, and that's sick.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
Like from a cognitive standpoint.
Yeah. I get it.
I guess, and this is not like a super like crazy thing to say. I just for me, if you enjoy fishing, you're moron.
I think probably most of society like this day and age agrees with you.
Well, I just have friends that are like, man, I'm just working so much. I just want to be out there on the water.
Well, that's like if that's all you think about is fishing, that's a different thing to me.
I mean, we share friends that are like that.
Yeah, that's
maybe not all they think about.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a chance on the weekends, that's what they're gonna do. I don't know if I can get behind that.
Yeah,
that's just too much.
I don't know, man.
That's
but
too
I'm
much.
also such a lame person. Like, I don't have that thing in my life where it's like, man, I got a day off. I want to such and such.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather sit here and talk about fighting 10-year-olds or whatever.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun too.
That was fun. It was a good podcast. I just listened to it.
Yeah, it was good. This one comes from Jake.
This snake.
I don't know which Jake.
Okay.
What do you think is worth taking supplement wise for strength athletes?
Protein, creatine, vitamin D, caffeine. Next question.
I would add. That's a great question. I would add. There are so many supplements out there. Most of them are not worth your time. But I would add fish oil in there, but like
sure.
Fish oil or krill oil, I would add in there, and some sort of.
So there's a bunch of things you can take for ultimately like for health, which I think dovetails into good training.
Yeah.
I think in terms of having it impact your training quickly, I go with that list because, and you know way more about this than I do, but there's been tons of studies on those ones.
Mm-hmm.
I say vitamin D because like I'm in Missouri, most of us are going to be vitamin D deficient for quite a bit of time. I think
most of us are. Yeah, vitamin D3. Yeah.
D3, yeah. And what do you need? Like K also, don't you, to use that?
Yeah.
K2 or something? Or no, K2's a drug.
Yeah, wow, dude.
Sorry.
You are such a degenerate.
Well, I told him not to take drugs.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. Vitamin D3 is a good one. Creatine, specifically monohydrate. All the other ones are pointless. All the other variations of it. And then, yeah, whey protein. I take a multivitamin. I think something like that like isn't really gonna fill in the gaps all the way, but it's gonna help. Mm-hmm. Like I take a multivitamin every day. I think that helps with some stuff. And then, yeah, fish oil or krill oil, which, dude, I've been kind of deep diving on that, on like fish oil and krill oil, and like I kind of realized like how many people are just taking like the cheapest fish oil that they can find at like Walmart, and like I don't have like the people who have like terrible like fish oil burps, you know. I don't deal with that really. I don't have that. Like, and I've taken like the cheap stuff and then like just taken a bunch of it because it's super underdosed.
Mm-hmm.
But I was even finding out, and I didn't know this. I was even finding out that krill oil, your body reacts to it differently, even than from regular fish oil, because of like another element that it has in it. And because I have heard some people talk about how krill oil is like better than fish oil, and in the past I was always like, okay, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the fish oil is still good, but I think that it's like one of those things where when you look at the process of how they make it, it's kind of crazy, the difference in like from fish oil to fish oil, but then also from fish oil to krill oil. And krill oil might be the way to go, but I mean, any of those things, and to make sure that you're taking enough, and like look it up, because I think that the other one that is huge that most people are missing out on is electrolytes.
Yeah, I think a big point I want to make is the word supplement is to mean you supplement this like where the gaps are in your diet.
Yeah.
So you might not need fish oil if you're eating fish.
Right.
You might not need, protein if you can get the protein in other ways.
Right.
Creatine comes from meat, so like you could. I mean, all these are a good idea to add in addition. But if your diet sucks, I would start there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then supplement all this other stuff in.
Yeah,
good
for
question
sure.
though, man.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Oh, caveat. All the other stuff is just going to be hit or miss.
Yeah.
There's so much more out there.
Yeah.
And you're going to have people say, take this. And maybe some of the things work, but I'm saying I would put stock in the ones we just listed over
everything.
Basically anything else. So I just called you Fat Man while we were off air there.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me, I keep finding myself on these like TikTok channels because I'm garbage and watch TikTok. And I can't tell if they're real movie trailers or if somebody has put it together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one's real. Mel Gibson. Did you see this role he's in?
No.
I think it's something Fat Man, and he's playing Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like a thriller.
Yeah.
It's like a murder movie.
Yeah, it was it's Santa as a hitman.
Essentially.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wanted to see that.
I kind of do. Is it already happened?
I think it's already came out.
Oh, it's an old movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't. It's not. No. It's not old. It's like within the last like 3 years, I think.
That's old. It's not a new release, is what I was. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't remember what year it came out.
But I also saw one. This one I'm even more excited for. Is Back to the Future 4.
Wow.
But they definitely could have just taken old clips and like some Michael J. Fox stuff. And like I don't know.
Yeah, they're like messing with it, dude. AI is crazy.
Yeah, I can't tell if I'm pumped for it or not.
Dude, I saw a clip, and it was Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Talking about his daughter. Did you see this one?
Mm-mm.
And he was saying that so the clip was saying that he was saying that his daughter thought she was a wolf, and she was like identifying as a wolf, and then this whole thing, and he talked about like how he helped her get out of that. It was fake.
That's awesome.
And it was an AI Joe Rogan voice.
Yeah, we're going to hell in a handbasket.
I thought the clip was real, and then somebody in the comments was like, "Whoa, got me." I didn't realize this was AI. And then
have you heard the story of the H.G. Wells War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
And the guy read it over a radio broadcast, like in the 30s or 40s, sometime like that.
Right.
And people committed suicide because they thought that we were being abducted by aliens.
Golly, man.
Imagine.
No, yeah.
That's not going to be crazy. Like people are going to get like somebody's going to hack in to the emergency broadcast system, and it's going to be President Biden just being like, "We just heard word that there's nukes.
Yeah.
Everyone get to their basement." It'll be something like that.
Yeah.
And people will just like jump out of a building.
Crazy. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be bananas. I mean, because I like it looked so real.
But if we have to break a few eggs to make this omelet, so I can see Michael J. Fox,
right,
and Doc Brown, Christopher Lloyd,
right, young,
get back in the DeLorean.
Yeah, look,
I'll do my part.
We have to do what we have to do.
I'll do my part.
So
sorry. Next question.
No. So next one is kind of funny. It's not a question. It's a comment. So Dunk listened to the podcast.
Old D Dunk,
and he commented and said, "Did you know that George Foreman has 5 sons?"
All named George Foreman?
all named George.
I think his daughters are also named George.
And I was like, that can't be real. And I Googled it. And yeah, there's a George Jr., a George the Third. They call him Monk. George. Then there's George Big Wheel. George V. They call Red. And then George the Fifth that they call Little Joey.
Doesn't he have daughters?
I don't know, but there's just 5 Georges that are his sons.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so confusing.
I thought that was bananas, dude.
Dude, I talk to people every day, and I got to ask them their name and if they have any suffixes, junior, senior, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I talk to a junior or something, they're like, yeah, it's a nightmare. Don't do it.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we covered that one. So we got this question comes from Samantha? Sam? Do you know that?
It's from Frozen.
That name?
Are you not meaning to do this?
What do you mean? What are you doing right? Hey, why could you get off your phone though while we're recording the podcast?
Georgetta Foreman.
Georgetta. Oh gosh, man.
Oh, but he has 3, but they're not all Georges. It's Natalie and Frida.
Oh, okay. Well, he was going to keep that rolling. I guarantee you, whoever it was at the time was like, "We have to switch this up." And I know you want to keep with the George thing, but we're gonna need to. We're gonna need to. We're gonna need to veer off the George path.
It would have been hilarious if he had like a name for like his XL George Foreman grill, like it was like the I can't think of a good
Big George.
But then he named his kid after that.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be even better.
Grill.
What's the next?
Grill
What's the
Foreman.
next question?
No, that's what I was saying. Was the next question? The next question came from Samantha.
Oh yeah, Samantha.
I don't know if I quite understand it, but I think
Sound it out.
sound it out. It's got big words, dude. Big words. I have been trying to work on my core.
Good call.
What are things that you think work and don't work? What is the best bang for your buck?
Okay. This will catch flack, but just in terms of bang for your buck, I would stay away from sit-ups. I would stay away from things like leg raises. I mean, they have their time and their place. I'm not saying they don't work, but I'm saying what I have liked in the past is carrying things. I like causing my core to have to do work under load. So sit-ups and leg raises are great.
Yeah.
Over nothing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see. I just had a client. We paused so I could train. It's her first day. I put a 20 or 30 pound dumbbell in one hand.
Mm-hmm.
We did suitcase carries.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying the same exercises over and over again, so that's my bad. But
Yeah.
I like that. I'd almost rather see you like throw something, like throw a med ball or something.
Yeah.
Do something that imitates life a little more.
Yeah.
Because you're going to carry something in your everyday life. You're probably not going to throw a lot of things, but rarely, like once or twice a day, you're going to do a setup.
Right.
And that's going to be out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, dude, the whole core thing is crazy, kind of, because it's such a hot topic. Like everybody wants abs, or everybody wants like a snatched waist. If it,
Okay, so that's a different question.
Right. But I mean, you can look at it from different ways, but
Right.
I think there's like,
Did you say a snatched waist?
yeah, that's what they call it.
That feels dirty. Is that dirty?
Maybe, but that's what they call it. Like to have like a real like thin waist.
I wouldn't know.
I don't either. I have I've got a real thick midsection.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how abs are one of these things that have made it into the world of fitness, that it's still to this day nobody knows what to do for. There are all these misconceptions and all these things people like still get away with saying.
Are they the most genetic muscle group?
Yeah, but it's like, having a strong core, right, is like we have to kind of define, because having a strong core is different from having abs, right?
Sure.
And
so
so
the same way that a big muscle is not necessarily stronger than a smaller muscle person to person.
Right. Yeah, and I think, for instance, one of the things is for getting a six pack is it's diet.
Yeah.
Like everybody, we all have abs underneath there.
Abs are made in the kitchen, baby.
Yeah, we all have abs underneath there, and you know if you got lean enough, you can see them. But even still, they're a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So they work like any other muscle. Like you
Yeah.
have to figure out how to get it like under a big stretch in the eccentric, and figure out how to like break it down and strengthen it the other way. It's not, and like most people don't look at it like it's a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
They look at it like it's something different or this magical thing.
Yeah.
And like one of the great, like Dr. Mike talks about, he puts down as like one of the best exercises for abs to get full length, big range of motion, and to like break them down as the candlestick. Have you heard of this one?
Mm-mm.
And so it's like you can do it a lot of ways, but it's insane. Like in its full, like elite level, if it's done how it's supposed to be. There's like only gymnastics people could do it. But there's ways that like you can dumb it down and you can get away with it. It's a lot like a leg raise, but it's like you can do it on a bench where you got to get like a full stretch of your abs the opposite direction, and then you can come up and lift it, and then you can hold.
Oh,
something
I know what this is.
Yeah.
The Rocky 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should have just said the Rocky 3.
Yeah, that one's insane though. That's like kicking
Yeah.
up the even hardest version to another.
So that's a good point that I didn't even think about. If we're talking about getting a 6-pack,
Yeah.
that's a different answer. But just in terms of like having a strong core, I think if you put weight on your back
Yeah.
and you deadlift and you're doing maybe one or two core exercises like
Yeah.
like direct work, like planks, like
Yeah.
whatever it is, I think you're going to be just fine. But if you're asking like how to have that like swimsuit body, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I it's diet and whatever else, but I would do a combination of the two. Just hit all your bases. Like if you're trying to get lean and see your abs, your diet's got to be perfect, or pretty close to perfect. But if you're just trying to have a strong core, yeah, squats, deadlifts,
As perfect as your genetics requires.
yeah, squats, because you could get super lean and then you still might not be able to see them very well, and so you're gonna have to build them up.
That just eat like candy and McDonald's
For
and
sure,
have abs.
for
It's
sure.
wild.
Yeah, but we're not talking about those a-holes.
Yeah, those jerks.
Nobody cares about them. Those freaking
Yeah.
jerks. Yeah, like heavy squats, all those kind of things. But if you're wanting to focus on it a little more, yeah, like unilateral stuff, like suitcase deadlifts, I really like. Carrying stuff unilaterally. Yeah, all that kind of stuff is great. Like
I think the reason I like those things also, this is what my bias comes from. I don't like the idea of laying on the floor and doing abs for like half hour.
right.
So if I'm doing a single arm deadlift, like a farmer's carry deadlift, whatever suitcase deadlift, I think you just said.
Yeah.
I'm also working other things.
Yeah.
I'm getting some grip. My traps are getting some work.
Yeah.
I'm deadlifting. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like a better use of time to me.
Yeah, and if you are wanting to make like your abs bigger, they're not any different than any other muscle. Like you got to figure out a way to break them down, and you can train abs pretty often. They heal quick.
Well, I would say one way that they are kind of different, not in what you were saying. I'm not disagreeing, but just that whatever you're doing, you're using your core.
Right.
So you have to understand that like there's a fair amount of fatigue each day just doing your regular training,
Mm-hmm.
which is why like we talked about that recently. Like when you're looking at the what is that called, Nate? Minimum required volume.
Right.
Minimum. I'm using it the wrong way, but just the least amount of volume.
No,
you need.
MRV.
MRV. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought I had it wrong.
No, you're right.
MRV definitely sounds like a disease, a virus.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it definitely does.
So the minimum amount. So the MRV, minimum required volume, basically means what's the least amount of work that you have to do to elicit some change to grow the muscle.
Yeah.
So what rep ranges, sets, reps, and yada yada.
Yeah.
Well, when we're talking about a muscle like a tricep, you probably should be counting in like the bench, the pressing that you're doing, even though you would have called that like a chest exercise for a lot of people.
Right.
So you wind up doing a lot less direct tricep work because of things like that. So I would just take that into account.
Yeah.
Like when you're.
Yeah. I'd say to sum it up.
Sum it up for us.
To sum it up.
Sum it right on up.
Google YouTube what a candlestick is. Do whatever version of that you can. Squat, deadlift, do a heavy carry, and get your diet in order. And you're gonna have a super strong core, and you're gonna have some abs on you.
Yeah, you get all the
Just
chicks.
do that for a really long time.
You get all the chicks. And all the dude chicks too.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do.
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
really quickly, what was
Yeah.
the candlestick's name from Beauty and the Beast?
Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Yeah.
I was saying like Garcon. That's all I could think of. It's not a thing.
Gaston is the
Gaston.
Gaston's the other. That's what you're thinking of.
Oh, Gaston's the bad guy.
No one shoots like
Yeah.
Gaston. Yeah, yeah, great song.
Now I'm roughly the size of a barge.
Yeah, it's a great song, man.
Yeah, dude.
We got
Also, he messed up. Like, Belle was pretty, but those three blonde sisters.
What
like,
are we doing?
Was that
Just-
some sort of package deal? Why
dude.
were they always together?
That has always bothered me. I'm like, hey, you got to realize what level you're at here.
Yeah.
Belle doesn't like your IQ.
She
okay?
also reads. You don't want that. You
Belle,
don't want
Belle
that
doesn't like
smoke.
your IQ. Okay, these blondes, killing it.
They're into it.
They're killing
into
it, and they're into that. You're stupid, Gaston.
Picking up what you're putting
So,
down.
dude, that has always bothered me. I'm like, hey, Gaston, you're not going to swing for the fences and get this beautiful smart girl.
Yeah.
You need to deal with what you got in front of you,
And
which is
also-
also there's 3 10s in front of you.
Agreed. And that's a 30, by the way, if,
Yeah.
if the math settles.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're into some polygamy or whatever. I'm not condoning that.
Right?
I'm just
I'm
saying
not right. I'm saying
that
just
seemed
right.
like what
I
was on
would
the
suggest
table.
picking one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which they would have fought over, whatever, but fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's a great point. Next topic, next question. It's a 2-parter. We got 2 different questions here. Comes from Ethan.
What part are we starting with?
So first one is
We'll start with the first part.
first
Okay.
one is having
what's up, buddy?
been having back issues. What things do you guys recommend to help with tight lower back?
Okay. First thing, if your name is Ethan or you have a friend that's named Ethan, I demand you call him E-Train from
That's
here
a
on
great,
out.
yeah,
E-Train.
yeah.
Lower back issues.
Dude, this is my
This is your Jimmy
the
Jam.
crux of my existence.
The crux. This is the
the
crux of my. No, could be a lot of stuff, man. So when I have had back problems in the past, well, let me start a little more broad than that because I don't like to answer questions. I like to just pontificate.
right.
I don't know if you know that about me.
pontificate.
I'm starting to view those little pains as just a symptom of a larger problem.
Yeah.
So I would welcome you. I would encourage you to kind of take a little closer inventory and see if is your lower back the problem, or like for me in the past it's been glute issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think my lower back felt a lot of fatigue because I was taking over for my glutes because
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't activating in squats, deadlifts, whatever I was doing. So it could be a lot of things, my man. A very broad brush stroke. I'm going to say could be hip flexor stuff. I see that a lot with people. Nate gets sick of hearing me say that because I'm always suggesting that it could be your hip flexors. But we all sit a lot. That's why I say
for
that.
sure.
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Nate sits for 22 hours a day, which
Yeah,
is
it's
nuts.
It's crazy.
No matter how many physicians tell him like,
I couldn't
you're
tell you
headed
the
down
last
a-
time I stood up.
yeah, I know.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's too. I don't know how we would diagnose without seeing him or having him do stuff, but some things that have helped me have been
Oh, was that the second part? What do you do to fix it?
that. Well, yeah, just like he said, like, well, that was the first question. He's got 2.
Okay.
But yeah, you may figure out. I think that some people have just perpetually like tight hamstrings,
Sure.
and like it just like if you go to try to stretch and you can't like lock out your knees, it takes you like 10 minutes to lock out your knees. I can't tell you how many times I've been like stretching and I realize how tight my hamstrings are and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
So you may stretch that. You can also look into. There's two things that I've done that have helped me a lot, and I'll break it down to this: is something called 90 for 90 breathing, and you lay on the ground, and like you put your feet on the wall, and it kind of levels out your lower lumbar spine, and then you can do like your breathing and bracing techniques. Also, if you're not breathing and bracing when you're deadlifting and squatting, I don't know if he's doing that or not, but you should be like figuring out how to fill up your core with air and bracing. But you're doing like breathing and bracing while you're laying down, and it helps a lot to like, it kind of like decompresses your spine a little bit. But if you just type in on YouTube 90 for 90 breathing, it'll pop up. The other one is the McGill 3.
For sure.
The McGill 3, it's like
McGill Big 3.
I've gone through periods of time where the McGill 3, I was like, this is
The McGill
pointless,
Big
and it
3.
would almost hurt my back after doing it because
Yeah.
of whatever stage I was in. But it does help. Sometimes it seems like it's done more than others, but you can look up the McGill 3. There's like 2 or 3 different movements in that.
It's 3.
Yeah, look that up and run through that.
There's 2 or 3 different movements in the McGill Big 3.
Well, you have to find the right ones because like people add one, people take out certain ones or whatever. So you got to find the original McGill 3.
Well, they need to call it something different.
Yeah, I know, but they don't.
The Stephanie 5.
The Stephanie 2. So that's a good one. That's a good one.
I would also just, again, without getting into specifics, if you're not warming up already, I would start with a very general, like try to make your body feel good before you train.
Yeah, for sure. That's
a very
huge.
general.
Huge. Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
I don't
Yeah,
always.
a lot of people don't. Yeah. That's great. Second one is.
Is this from E-Train also?
Yeah, E-Train. Second one is, what do you recommend for an intermediate to have for equipment, like lifting equipment?
Oh, okay.
So what do you think are the top pieces to have? Is what he's trying to say. Like, what would you say is like the staple pieces to have for like an intermediate lifter? So we're not talking somebody who's brand new, like they have no business probably having certain things, but
sure,
which
I'm going to
is
go
also
with
relative. But.
three pieces,
Okay.
because that's just the way I do it for some reason.
Do it.
I'm going to go belt, because that's probably my number 1.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
I'm going to go knee sleeves.
Yeah.
That's probably my number 2. And then my third one is just, my third one's going to be footwear.
Yeah.
It depends for you what kind it is. So if you have issues of ankle mobility, some lifters might be nice. Get you an elevated heel.
Yeah.
I use them in pressing also.
Yeah.
But if you have no ankle mobility, maybe a good pair of Chucks or something like that, like a good flat soled shoe.
Yeah.
That fad may be over. Chucks may not be the thing anymore.
Yeah.
I just from experience have always liked them for that reason.
Something that's there's a whole bunch now, dude. Like the like Reebok came out with these nanos that are like the competitor with Metcons. Something that's got a hard sole that's not a running shoe. Is a good call.
Also, if you're just a lifter, that's my answer. Like, not necessarily like power lifter or strong man or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't have any. I would add wrist wraps to that, but it just depends on if the person needs that.
Right. That's why I said that, because I started using wrist wraps because I just wanted to.
Yeah.
But I felt like after I used them for a while, like I wondered if it made my wrists weak.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know. I don't. Some people it helps a lot. Some people it doesn't. And then like I think for all of it, if you walk into the gym, you hit the bar, and then you jump to like 95 pounds or whatever it is, a plate, and then you already have all your gear on. Just don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Just don't be that guy. Just warm up and use it like when it's appropriate.
I've been considering trying. This is on this topic kind of. I've been considering trying one of those mouthpieces I see every strongman using.
Yeah.
It's like Airway or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Dude, some people freaking
swear by 'em.
Like
I don't know. It's hard though because those people, a lot of the people I hear are like getting paid to sell it. So
right.
No,
it's true.
If I get one and it doesn't work, do you want it?
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, I might. If we boil it.
Why would we have to boil it?
Because I'm not putting it like in my mouth after it's been in your mouth.
Why?
That's disgusting.
It's no different than sharing a toothbrush.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
We have shared a toothbrush for years.
No, we have not.
What are you talking
You're disgusting.
About? The one up front?
I've never used that toothbrush.
Okay, you're acting cool for the cameras here.
No,
cool,
no,
man.
You're trying to spread some sort of crazy, like you're trying to spread some sort of crazy frickin' thing and make it be like we're super weird.
Yeah, we would never share a toothbrush. You're right.
Yeah, and we never have. Okay?
Never.
I want it to go
Not
on record
once.
that we've never shared a toothbrush.
Not once.
Are you saying you've used my toothbrush without me knowing?
No.
Hey.
No.
I don't even leave a toothbrush here because I knew you were going to do that. Because you're gross.
You can't get soap dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not the soap, though,
Well, but there's soap on the toothbrush. There's a membrane between you and the germs.
Yeah.
And then once you rinse it off, germs are gone. If we know anything about germ theory,
okay,
it's that they can't live in water.
All right. Look, I understand where you're coming from this, but I just, it doesn't work like that. Okay?
Have you ever seen a germ?
Yes.
Where?
We can Google it and see them
No,
right
but
now
you-
because of a mic. Yes,
In person.
yes.
Not
Under
on
a
the internet.
microscope. Yeah,
You don't own the microscope.
I actually do.
Look, man.
Hey, I understand that you don't have any of this stuff and you don't think germs are real,
Germs
but they
aren't
are.
real.
But they are real.
Germs aren't real.
I know, but they are.
Germs aren't real.
I know. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean
Go on.
that they don't exist. Okay.
What can't you see that exists?
What can't you see that exists?
Right.
Love.
You can see that.
Can you?
I've seen two people hold each other in a loving embrace.
That doesn't mean they love each other.
They did.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
I did know that.
People hug all the time and they don't love each other.
Yeah, but they told each other that they loved each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Next one. You got another one for me?
No, that
Keep
definitely.
'em-
No,
keep 'em coming.
You can't
partner.
see. You can't see it though.
I did see it.
No.
What are you saying?
No.
Okay, how about one of those soldier comes home to those family videos?
Yeah.
See a lot of love there.
Yeah. It does make me cry.
Yeah, every friggin'
It does.
time.
It does make me cry every time.
It's the
dude.
guts and it's the glory. Another fight, another
Oh yeah, they
glory.
always use that song. Wow. Yeah, I'm tearing up right now.
Yeah, dude.
I'm tearing up right now.
All right, next one.
Hold on. Yeah, we got to get you out of here, don't we?
I mean, I don't care. I'll just quit
I
my
need
job.
to try. You would. You would. Okay, this next one, this is an interesting question.
I'll be the judge of that.
This one comes from Melissa,
Alyssa, what it do?
and she says, what is something that somebody said to you that low key you took as a compliment, but they may have not meant it as a compliment?
Oh, yeah.
That's a very interesting question.
I love that.
That's really good. Yeah.
Low key, I'd say. Yeah.
I have one right off the bat that happened recently that like I held on to for like multiple weeks.
I think mine and yours might be the same. Even
Okay.
if this isn't the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
It's a huge insult. And it's crazy to me how many people, like how many stories I've heard of people saying this to someone's face.
Right.
I want to get strong, but I don't want to look like you.
Right. Oh man. Yeah.
We had a meet here, and this woman was one of the most. She was the wife and husband were putting on the meet, and she was one of the most elite lifters I think we have ever met in person.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's on a short list.
Mm-hmm.
Just stupid accolades. The only one I remember is she benched 185 for like 37 reps or something like
Right.
that. It was something crazy.
Right.
She was a personal trainer when she wasn't working with her concrete company. With her and her husband put up concrete forms for a living.
Wow.
This is a bad
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah. She's hardcore.
She's training a lady, and the lady's like, "Yeah, I want to get muscular, but I don't want to look like you." And she was like, "I took offense to that, not because like I look bad, but like as if you could."
Right.
But I think that's kind of where I'm at. Where
Yeah.
that's the first one that came to mind.
Yeah. Mine was going to be right down that alley where it was. That one was right down where I was going. It's a weird thing, man. And I feel like girls that are super jacked would get that, and you would be like, how hard they have to work for that. Her response was great. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, you actually probably couldn't. You
Not a
never will.
chance.
Don't worry about it because you never will,
No.
probably.
Yeah, that's always been my favorite one too. It's always the most of the time I've heard it. It's the opposite way. It was like, I don't want to look like a man.
Yeah.
Is I've probably heard
Oh,
1,000 women say
1,000
that.
times. I've heard that so many times.
And I want to say, do you know how many men are trying to look like men and can't?
Yeah,
You know,
like it's
like,
just
you're the one who has the
yeah,
secret
you,
sauce.
Yeah, you know how many guys are trying to like
You're gonna
get
accidentally
jacked and
get
have
there.
this certain have like GI Joe body and can't.
Yeah.
Like
Man, I touched a 3-pound dumbbell one time, and I had a bicep vein ever since.
dude,
it's such a mistake.
What about the flip side? I'm kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, like what's like something that somebody said to you, and they may have just meant it as like a comment, but that it was like a really good compliment to you. You see what I'm saying? So like it's the reverse. Like you had a compliment, and then they may have just been saying something to you, or they say like you look like somebody or something, and then this compliment, it was like you were like you kind of held on to it for a while, like on the positive side. I have one like this.
Well, yesterday or Wednesday, a kid I went to high school with, who I kind of work with now, he stopped me because I was in his building, and he was like, "Hey man, how much are you weighing?" And I told him I'm like 370 right now, and he referenced because he had met Brian Shaw.
Oh wow.
But I knew that it was like a comparison thing.
Yeah.
It was like, and I also know because he had talked to one of my other friends about it. He was like, "How much is he weighing? He's looking huge," or you know what I mean. But it was like,
yeah,
I don't know. Felt pretty cool.
The one that happened.
Because I also feel like I look terrible right now.
No,
so
I go through
you
that
just
too.
wait.
Yeah, no, I know. I yeah.
When I grow up, when I get all my stuff in order, you just wait.
When I grow up, the one that I had happen that was pretty funny, but like it literally just made my whole day, and I don't think they knew it. Was Riley and Jamie were in the gym. Mm-hmm. This has happened a while ago, but Riley and Jamie were in the gym, and I had my hair down. You know how like I'll pull up the top half, and then I had my hair down. And
what were you wearing?
I think khakis.
Yeah.
And
you wearing a belt?
No, but Jamie came up to me as they were getting ready to leave, and he was like, Riley told me that you look like the Witcher.
Oh, that's sick.
And I was like, that, and I literally stopped and looked at him, and I was like, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah, because that's your dude.
Yeah, that's the other thing part of it, right? Is that Henry Cavill, or however you say his name, Cavill's a smoke show. Yeah. And then they said I looked like the Witcher because I have like the white in my hair too. And I was like, I held on to that compliment for weeks. And I was like, that is the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Yeah.
Somebody said one about you last night, that one of my clients went through the drive-through, the drive-through nativity scene that you were in. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I forgot that I wanted to bring this up, but she was like, Zach was in the drive-through thing, and she's like, and I saw him immediately. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I asked her, I was like, how do you think, like, how they found the fabric to cover him to look like he's from, that century?
Yeah.
And she started laughing. And she was like, it was so funny because she was like, everybody's so much smaller than him. And then her words were like, then you see this giant buff dude. Yeah. Like and I was like, that's dope. I'm going to tell him you said that.
Well, it's funny because I found the only piece in there that could fit me.
That's what I told her. I was like, they just used a giant tablecloth.
It was a stretchy fabric that I had to have help like on and off with.
Yeah.
And then it was like this big flowing like robe thing over top of it.
That's dope.
Pretty tight. Pretty tight.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was... I thought that was good.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I get that a lot at work, though, because I'm just, like, regardless of what my composition is right now,
right?
Anytime there's a question of, like, strength, people are like, Zach. Like, we went to, we helped out we did a volunteer event at the Boys and Girls Club yesterday.
Yeah.
We were helping them set up for they were having some sort of, like, holiday thing.
Right.
And they had these wooden chairs that they rented from a rental company, and they were like just unnecessarily heavy.
Really?
Know? Like not
That's
heavy.
kind of surprising. Usually those are crappy.
Yeah, well they were pretty good. I sat in one, and I made a big joke about it because they asked me to sit in it to check the spacing, and I was
that's
like,
funny.
do we know what kind of rating are we working with here? Has anybody checked it?
Yeah, that's for real. Yeah.
It was also funny too because she didn't understand my humor, and she was like looking at me, and I was like, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Right.
But somebody was like, who could carry the most? And they're all like, Zach. And I'm like, it gets kind of old too because I'm like,
right, you guys are just sangless now.
Well, that, but also I'm like, I'm not trying to one up anybody here.
No,
like,
I know. Well, I know. I don't like it when people bring that up stuff anyway.
There's also a dude there that I think could probably beat me.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like his arms are like 3 inches longer. And that's a game of...
He's built like Michael Phelps.
Yeah, that's a game of wingspan. You know what I mean?
Dude, you can like fit your arm through like 19 chairs through the back,
well, you
like
can't.
the backrest.
You can't. You're gonna have to bear hug.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they were too. I give this a lot of thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all the questions I had, dude, for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have any?
Mm-mm.
You have one.
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
I don't have.
Have you watched any movies lately?
Yeah.
Are you all in Christmas mode though?
No. I mean, my kids are and my wife, but if like I usually, dude, I'm into westerns, man. Like
Yeah.
I watch westerns all the time, and I go back and watch old westerns. It's like my comfort time.
How old though?
Oh, like 60s, 70s.
Very old.
Yeah, well, the best ones. I mean,
Really?
some of the best ones, because that's not true. Like there's like Tombstone and ones that are later on that are awesome, but it's like that John Wayne era. It's pretty sick.
Some of those though are a little too slow for me.
Yeah, I can
My
see
ADHD.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
I respect them,
Yeah,
but yeah.
just the combination of that like humor with the grittiness is like, because some of them at certain points they started showing more blood, and like they were showing people get actually, like there was more, they're more gritty, and then John Wayne liked humor, and so there's all these quick like little one-liners that are hilarious.
Yeah.
And then combined with everything else, and the characters are great, and he always has this dog that's so dope. Like the dog is it's like a military attack dog in a Western movie, pretty much. Just does everything he says, and it's this dope dog that just like, he's like, somebody's like in one of them in Hondo, there's a John Wayne movie called Hondo, and he's got this dog, and that somebody brings up like how long have you had him? And he's like, oh, he's not my dog. Like he's just with me, and like he's like, he goes wherever he wants, and I go wherever I want, and he follows me. Like
that's awesome.
It's so dope. There's stuff like that, and then the dog's like so hardcore. Like if they're in a fight, in Big Jake, the movie Big Jake, he has a dog in that one too. That's a very similar dog. It looks sick. It's like a Brendel. Like it looks like Lassie kinda, but it's a Brendel, and it's like a real dark color. And the dog's name's Dog. And he'll be like, dog, and then the dog like jumps up and pulls somebody off his horse and starts attacking him like in the middle of like a big gunfight. It's sick.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
Did you ever see the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't. No, I did. That's one I want to see. I haven't seen it.
I don't even know to tell you to watch it or not. There's like it was such a weird movie.
There's a bunch of wild stuff in it. People were telling me.
There is.
Like,
and even to the point, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but even to the point, like, once you get done with it, if you're like me at all, you'll reflect on what you just watched. And there were whole scenes that were for no reason, it seemed like.
Right.
It was just like, what?
Maybe
what
the editing process
was
a little, they were like, leave it in.
No, I think he wrote, like, that's a Tarantino one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's just on brand. I think that's just his jam.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's a cool dog in that movie.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, man, I guess that's good enough. I just about spilled a drink. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me at all. I'm just going to play it off.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. And our last podcast is getting a lot of good feedback, so we appreciate it. If you guys follow us and like all of our stuff on YouTube and Instagram, we thank you. And thank you for listening. And like, share, subscribe, do all that crap. And
you know what we could do?
What?
I like the questions.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get them to DM us embarrassing stories, and we'll read them anonymously.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That could be a cool one sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's not do that this time.
Okay.
Let's do something specific. Specific questions.
Okay.
Let's think of something right now. No pressure.
Okay. I feel I feel like if we do something specific,
yeah,
that like we won't get any. Like maybe one.
All right, you hate my ideas.
No, it's not that. It's just that I think if you don't leave it open for
it's
people,
okay, dude. I'll just die. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
Okay, no, you're being dramatic. You're being dramatic.
Oh, baby, I just found a new way to adjust my mic stand. Dude, this is gonna revolutionize. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Dude, I'm in there.
I can't believe you're just figuring that out.
I'm in there.
I can't believe you're just
you
figuring that out.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Oh, yeah.
What's that from?
Oh, yeah. That's from Batman. It's
Who
Joker.
said it? Oh, good. That was a good one.
Come on.
You want another one?
That's Bush League.
You want another one?
Yeah, one more.
This one's hard.
Okay.
Some are Catholics, other Presbyterians. But my man was a Chrysler. My old man was a Chrysler man. I messed it up. I messed it up.
Dude, frickin', I have no
I messed
idea.
It up. It's from A Christmas Story. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh wow, really?
It's one of my favorite lines because he was talking about his dad. He's like, some men were Catholic, some men were. But my old man was a Chrysler man, or something like that.
Wow,
it's pretty funny.
Wow,
that movie is very quotable.
Yeah, well, yeah. I haven't even seen the whole thing.
Really?
I've never seen the whole thing all the way through.
There's a part where he was talking about.
I've seen most of it, I think, but I always catch it like halfway. I always catch it like I missed the beginning, or I miss, you know what I mean? I always catch it like in a weird spot.
It's like it's just a language that we don't have anymore. Basically,
right.
He was talking about somebody was cursing. He was like he rattled off a string of obscenities that are still hovering over Lake Superior to this day.
Yeah, I remember. Funny. Yeah, now that you say, I remember that one.
It was something like
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we love you. Give us more to give to you. You know what I mean? Give us something we can give you feedback on. Give it back. You know what I mean?
Give it back.
Give it back.
Don't wink at me like that.
So what kind of khakis were they?
This has been Big Man Problems, and we're out.
Almost a miracle.